Hello Internet, it is Adam for RealHomeRecording.com. In this video, I'm going to show off Acustica Audio's brand new plugin for September 2017, which is called IVORY3. It is a revision of a previous plugin, but so much more, because this is the main plugin. Well, actually, no, this is just the equalizer. But I consider this the main plugin because IVORY 1 and 2 were just an equalizer, but they've added so much more to the package, which I'll put on screen right now. And I'm not even going to talk about that in this video. What I want to do is just show you guys this new equalizer. So what I like about it is that it maintains the integrity of the original mix while improving it. And if you guys know anything about equalizers, that's not true for a lot of things. Equalizers tend to add character, which you may or may not want. And when you do cuts, it tends to cut too much. So, you're taking away from things that you don't want to take away from. Well, this does what you expect a mastering equalizer to do. And the great thing is, because you don't have a $7,000 expense, which the real hardware would require, because of that, you can actually put it on vocals or any other clean cut or clean boost that you want to use. It does use a lot of CPU, even the mono version, but hey, the great thing about that is it's very easy to render out or bounce or whatever you want to call it. So let's just listen to this for a little bit. I'll play the intro of this song, then I'll play a chorus after that with bypassed and enabled. If you hear any clicks and pops, that's because of the mismatched sample rate between the screen capture software and this project. So as you can see, it's just a little bit of notches, -2 decibels here, 3 decibels shelf. That's another cool thing about this equalizer is that you can have up to 4 shelves if you want. And the way that mastering engineers usually do it is you'll set the frequency here a little lower, I'm sorry, a little higher than this, so that when you combine them, it's like, you're lifting up a little bit here and then you're edging it out here, or you can do vice versa. But you want to make sure that the one here, I guess it doesn't really matter, but maybe it does. But anyway, if you do want to do a double shelf, then I recommend having one lower than the other. But you can do whatever you want. There's no rules. All right, so let's play a chorus.
'Cause you don't own me and all the pain I feel inside, not enough to say goodbye. No one's perfect. For your sake, I hope it's worth it. Was it worth it?
Alright, so moving on, I have one more project to show you, and unfortunately this is yet again not a full 96 kilohertz project, even though I have it in this project. This was recorded a real acoustic guitar, but then the keyboard sample I highly doubt was 96 kilohertz. It was recorded 96, but the keyboard sample itself I highly doubt. And then the drums, also 44.1 kilohertz, and I didn't use vocals in this because you guys really don't want to hear me sing again. So let's just listen to it, mainly paying attention to the acoustic guitars while I enable and bypass this. So there you have it. This is just, again, one piece of the IVORY3 puzzle, but I like it. I really liked IK Multimedia's Master 432 plugin. I still think it sounds good, but this basically is the better version of that, even though it's not based on the same hardware. This is basically a modern day equivalent of a Soundtech equalizer or a George Massenburg GML 8200. From what I understand, the Masalek was released in the 90s and they've revised it like 6 or 7 times since then. So they continue to update it. And this hardware was sampled from one that was just like a month old. So if the idea is that if you were to buy the $7,000 hardware, you would get an equivalent sound in plugin form. So very, very cool. The only thing I don't really like about it besides that, the lettering is a bit on the small side as far as like, you know, around the dials. Like the dials are nice and big, but like, you know, the numbers could be bigger in my opinion. The other thing is the metering is not equal to your typical 18 decibels full scale RMS. You know, it's actually, this is based on dB full scale, and Acustica plugins like somewhere around -18, maybe -12 or -10 peaking, sometimes -6. -6 you're still okay, but at that point you're getting very close to 0, which 0 sounds bad with Acustica plugins. So I wish they would fix that problem, because most people who use VU meters are expecting to put the signal around 0, not -20, you know, which is where you need to have it. They have different type of meters in their compressors and it shows that, you know. But yeah, so Acustica, that would be my only suggestion, is to change the VU meter. Make it the default to be -18 if that's where your plugins work best at. But besides that, a stellar plugin. Finally, guys like me and you can afford a very beautiful sounding mastering equalizer for not very much money. And plus you get a compressor and a dynamic equalizer. So very good stuff. This has been Adam for RealHomeRecording.com.